Simple electronic signatures, or SES, are the everyday signatures behind many digital workflows. They are easy to use, widely accepted, and valuable for business. But as risk increases, their simplicity can limit the evidence and legal strength behind them. We've already built the regulatory foundation: eIDAS 2.0, digital identity, trust services, and business impact. Now we'll apply that foundation to signature choices. We'll start with SES, the broadest and easiest category, then compare it with AdES and QES so product decisions align with risk, evidence, compliance, and user experience. A simple electronic signature, or SES, is the broadest eIDAS category. It covers everyday digital actions that show agreement, such as clicking accept, typing a name, adding a signature image, or confirming by email. Because SES has fewer built-in controls, its reliability depends heavily on the evidence captured and the process around it. Electronic signatures sit on a spectrum of assurance. SES is the entry point: fast, flexible, and legally recognized, though its evidence strength can vary. AdES raises the bar by linking the signer more strongly to the signature and protecting document integrity. QES is the highest level under eIDAS, with EU legal effect equivalent to a handwritten signature. The product decision is about balancing risk, compliance expectations, and user friction. In practice, SES often looks like actions people already take every day. Clicking accept, checking a consent box, typing a name, or replying "I approve" can all signal agreement. The important point is context. The user understands what they are approving, and the system records that action as part of the transaction. A click-to-accept flow is a classic SES pattern. You might see it during sign-up, checkout, SaaS onboarding, or app permissions. Its legal strength comes from the trail: what the user saw, what they clicked, when it happened, which device was used, and which version applied. Clear notice and reliable event logs make the acceptance much easier to defend. Online terms are another common SES use case. A stronger flow gives users a clear chance to review the terms, then captures an explicit action, such as checking a box and clicking accept. The record should also show who accepted, when they accepted, and which version applied. That is what makes consent easier to prove later. SES fits well when the business mainly needs a reliable record, not courtroom-grade proof. For example, an employee requests a low-cost software tool, and a manager approves it in a workflow system while logged in. If the system stores the user, time, and decision, that is usually enough for routine approvals. It is not enough for sensitive or high-value commitments. For basic product consent, such as marketing preferences or an onboarding confirmation, SES can also work well. The choice should be clear, the notice should be specific, and the user should take an obvious action, like clicking agree. The key is preserving the evidence: what text they saw, when they accepted, and any supporting context. Higher risk consent calls for stronger controls. SES is also useful for simple document acknowledgements. An employee might confirm they reviewed a policy, completed training, received a delivery notice, or saw a basic update. Here, clarity matters most. The system should record exactly what was acknowledged, which document version was shown, and when the event happened. That creates useful operational evidence, even if it is not meant for high-stakes agreements. The big advantage of SES is that it fits into normal digital journeys with very little overhead. Teams can add a click-to-sign flow inside a website, mobile app, email, or workflow tool without certificates, smart cards, or qualified trust service integrations. That means faster launches, fewer user drop-offs, and lower delivery cost. For routine, low-risk transactions, this simplicity is what makes SES practical at scale. SES is widely used because it feels familiar. Users are already used to confirming choices, accepting terms, completing checkout, and moving through onboarding flows. That familiarity lowers hesitation, especially in mobile and self-service journeys. The trade-off is assurance. SES is strongest when the risk is modest and the business needs clear consent, acceptance, or acknowledgement, rather than rigorous identity proof for every interaction. The main weakness of SES is not the signature mark itself, but the identity behind it. An email address, login, IP address, type name, or device record can support the story, but each can be challenged. Accounts may be shared, passwords may be weak, emails may be forwarded, and devices may be borrowed. For higher risk agreements, the question is not just whether something was signed, it is whether you can prove who signed it. With SES, you also need to prove what the signer meant and what document they accepted. Strong design helps. Use explicit wording, such as I agree or I sign, instead of vague buttons. Preserve the exact terms version, ideally with a hash, timestamp, session data, and audit log. This evidence can make SES much stronger. But when integrity, non-repudiation, or regulatory confidence is central, AdES or QES may be the better choice. SES works best when convenience matters and risk is low. Accepting terms, giving simple consent, or handling routine approvals. Its strength comes from the process around it, especially how well the system captures identity, intent, and document integrity. When those proofs need to be stronger, the next step is advanced electronic signature, or AdES.